Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to talk to you guys about what you're doing for the week and then also go through Journal 3. So, if we look at our schedule that I just posted on Sunday, today, you guys are going to read through chapter 72. Then tomorrow, you're going to read through chapter 77. Then you're going to finish the book. Whenever you do finish the book, please remember to read the 2-page epilogue, as it should answer some of your questions about the end of the book. It is important. You will also be working on your last 2 journals, and then also attached to the reading schedule for the week in Google Classroom is a discussion question. The discussion question deals with the end of the book, and then also there is a video that is posted along with the schedule where Ruta Sepetys is talking about her books. So you'll also look at that to help answer the question. All right, so today I wanted to go through some of the questions for journal entry number 3. So this is a little bit old now, but I wanted to wait and make sure that people had time to get it done. But number 1, use 2 examples from the book. How does Lena's mom try to fight back against NKVD? There are many different ways where she's fighting back, and fighting back doesn't necessarily mean that she is literally fighting with her hands. It more for her means how she is kind of bucking the system or doing what she's not supposed to be doing, or maybe outsmarting them. And so there's a couple different places in the book where that's taking place. Number 2, what does the NKVD want Lena's mom to do for them? I think a lot of you guys have gotten there, but they want her to spy for them because she can speak Russian. So something to think about is why she wouldn't want to do that, because they promised her extra food, different portions. So think about, for your family, why would you take down food when you're starving, or turn down food when you're starving, to not be a spy? So think about why that might be. And then the last one is, what does the NKVD want Lena's group to sign? Describe the situation and what they decide. This one, as you're reading, you'll see they want them to sign a document saying that they are guilty of crimes against the Soviet Union. But think about why the NKVD would even go through this process. Remember that we were in World War II. Remember that the United States is friends with the Soviet Union. So that could play a big role because we stand up for democracy, and democracy means having rights, and some of those rights are you have a right to a jury, you have a right to a trial, you have a right to know why you have done something wrong, and to be fairly judged. So if they get questioned and you sign the document saying, yep, I'm going to do 25 years of service for you guys, and the United States comes back and asks, hey, do you have documentation about these people? That might be a way to do it. So it's all a show. I mean, most of it is a show. But then also it could add some peace of mind for you as the victim of the NKVD. But also, if you sign your life away for 25 years, are you going to fight back against them once you do sign it? Maybe it helps get rid of some threats from you to them. I also want to point out the vocabulary for this journal entry. So we have Stalinism, which basically is Stalin's version of communism. So remember, communism isn't necessarily inherently bad. However, the way Stalin did it was bad. These are all Googleable terms. You don't necessarily find the answers to them in your book. The Great Purge, that's basically what is happening to Lena and her family. So you should be able to Google that and find some more information. And then Salon's 5-year plan. So her working on a collective farm does go into this, but the 5-year plan had a lot to do with building up the industrial economy. So I would guess, well, I know that a lot of the men were sent to labor camps where they were building things that would help with it. Once you guys finish up the journal entries you are in the book, you are to start the project. I will post a description about the project a little bit later in the week, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. But I do want to let you guys know that originally it's a 3-part project. I'm going to make the first part optional, but you will for sure do the second part and third part. So basically the second part is where you're putting together a project that summarizes the book and brings in topics from the history that we learned about. And then the third part is you doing some of your own research and finding some stories about people who survived the gulags and putting something together dealing with that. Now, the description of those are already posted. The rubric is not, but if you wanted to look at the description, you could. Lastly, I decided to go ahead and make some fun bread this weekend. Since I'm finally getting some stuff put together and I finally had a full night's sleep because my baby's decided to sleep. So here are some pictures of my fun cinnamon bread making. It's pretty good. It's not the best. I knew I should have added some butter to the middle or maybe brown sugar, but I followed the recipe and now I know how to improve the recipe. And bum-ba-dum, there's my 2 loaves. They kind of exploded out of the pan. And there's the glamour shot. All right, guys, find some time to do something fun this week. Try something new. If you want to bake some bread, apparently there's a shortage of yeast because that's what everyone is doing. I had some laying around, so that's cool. Get outside. Middle of the week is supposed to be nice. Weekend is not. So, all right, miss you guys. Teaching from home is not nearly as exciting. And we'll talk to you guys later. If you have questions, let me know.